Well, lads, Brighton 2, Bournemouth 1, and yeah, let's talk about it. I mean, I'll be brutally honest, lads. After that first goal went in with the penalty, when it went 1-0 up, we were pretty flat for the rest of that first half. We were struggling. And yeah, to be honest, can we really be surprised with the result? Not really. I did say going into this game with the match preview that losing Zabani was really going to be a real knock for us. And yeah, I guess you can say I was proven right. It just shows that it was just such a big ask for Hill to perform, especially against Brighton away. And like I said, we really do always struggle to get a result at this ground. I don't know what it is, but Brighton is such a bogey team for us. And yeah, the two goals really came, especially the second goal was from Hill, really. Like that, he was nowhere near Welbeck when he scored that goal, and he just ran straight through our defence and scored that second goal. And once that second goal went in, yeah, that was pretty much the end of the game. Let's be pretty honest, lads. I mean, it was an amazing goal from Cliver, and I thought for a brief period, maybe, just maybe, we could hold out for a draw. And I think if you ask any Bournemouth fan today, I think most of us were just hoping for a draw. I don't think any of us really thought we were going to get a win today. Let's be brutally honest. It was good to see Evan Nilsson come back, but it was only, for 20 minutes, so we weren't expecting much from him. And then, obviously, with Sinistera coming on, I felt like he should have came on the same amount of time as Evan Nilsson did. I think when Sinistera came on, it was just a bit too little too late. Like, he was never going to make an impact in the last, 5 minutes of the game. So, yeah, it's a shame because that's now 2 losses in a row for Bournemouth. And it's going to be one of those where if our chances of getting European football, especially Champions League football, are just either dwindling or pretty much gone now, let's be honest. So if we're going to get any other European football, we're just going to hope that we can bounce back. Luckily, we have a little bit of a break from the Prem. We've got the FA Cup game with Wolves. And to be honest, lads, I'm not really looking forward to that one. I think it's going to be the same result as it was in the Prem game with Wolves, where unless we really become more defensively solid, it's going to be a long day for us. I think Wolves will probably knock us out, to be brutally honest. Can't see us really progressing with the way we're playing at the moment. It just feels like, watching that game today, attacking-wise, it just feels like it's gone a bit stale. Like, our passing is very hit and miss at the moment. We always seem to be struggling in midfield. We can't seem to quite get any sort of link-up play in midfield. And usually by the time we do start getting some link-up play in midfield, it's usually when we've gone 1-0 down and we're struggling to get a draw. So yeah, I think tactically we need to make a few changes, and hopefully with Sinistera and Evan Nilsson coming back, and hopefully maybe Evan Nilsson will be back to full strength for the Wolves game, maybe for the FA Cup. Maybe we could see a bit more of an improvement, but honestly, I think the FA Cup game is just going to be a bit of a try some new things out, maybe try a few new tactics. Whether or not we get through the FA Cup, it is what it is. It's always next year, lads. I think at this point, we just got to focus on the league, and just, if we're really going to get any European football, which throughout the season we've really earned it, but we just can't afford to keep dropping points like this. And yeah, we just got to focus on the league. I think FA Cup is what it is. I don't really care that much about the FA Cup, to be honest. As long as we finish strong in the Premier League and really stay in that sort of 5th to 7th sort of mark, I'll be happy with that. I couldn't really care less about the FA Cup at this point. As long as we stay in that contention for the European spot, I'll be happy as punch. I think what made a difference in this game was that the fact, for most of the game, we had Cliver in the middle. I think once we moved Cliver into the right, which is where he's more naturally supposed to be positioned, we saw how much more Cliver was connecting with Kirkers when he ran down the wing, and that's what led to our equalising goal. I just feel like at times Cliver being stuck in the middle, it's just sort of nerving him, really. Like, we're not allowing him to be more fluid, a bit more attacking, fast pace. He's a natural winger. He's not a centre position player. So the fact that we need to get a goal, move into the right, put Tav in the middle, put Scott in the middle as well, that was the game changer. And that's where, when it was 1-1, we thought maybe, possibly we could snatch it. But then, yeah, that run through our defence, Hill was nowhere near Welbeck, and Welbeck just slotted it in to make it 2-1. And that was pretty much the end of the game, to be honest. We were never going to get another goal back, because Brighton do what Brighton do. Once they go up 2-1 and in the 70th minute, whatever it was, they just sort of closed shop, parked the bus, and yeah, they just held out for the win. And yeah, that's pretty much how the game went. MITOMA was on form as well. Cook, bless him, he was doing his absolute best, but he couldn't handle MITOMA. I think we had to move Kirkus to the other side just to try and neutralise him, but it still wasn't really enough, to be honest. And yeah, overall, Brighton were just a better team. They were more organised. The home crowd were really urging them to keep going as well. And it just felt like it was one of those games we kind of knew on paper we weren't going to get the win. If we were lucky to get a draw, we'll take it. And yeah, that's all I have to really say about this game. And now we move on to the Wolves FA Cup game. And I'm hoping for a better result or better performance than we had in the Premier League game against Wolves. But going off our last 2 game performances, it's not looking likely, lads. But, you know, I've been proved wrong before. I've seen us go on like 7 defeats in a row, and then miraculously we make a comeback and performances just start coming up again. But we'll see. It's an FA Cup game. At the end of the day, lads, win or lose that game, we're going to hit the booze. You know what I mean? And yeah, on that note, lads, thank you for watching my Rats reaction. I've been your boy, Richard Morse. Thank you to everybody that watched my live stream with my good friend Snake Beater today. It's his debut on the channel during the watch-along, so if you haven't seen it, go watch it right now. I'll leave a link to the watch-along as well. Also, go give my man Snake Beater a follow as well. He's a diehard Bournemouth fan like me. He does also like gaming stuff. If you're into like Apex Legends and that sort of gaming industry as well, go give him a follow, give him a subscribe. He really does deserve it. He's one of my good friends, and he's one of those people I always go to a Bournemouth game. You've probably seen him possibly on a maybe a watch-along or a match day vlog I've done before. But yeah, give him a shout out because he really does deserve to get to 2,000 subscribers. And also, we're on our way to 1,200. So I appreciate everybody who's been subscribing. If you're new here, please leave a like, share, and subscribe down below. If you're a returning viewer, thank you for your support. I appreciate every single one of you. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later.